Marcel. This is one of my beautiful puppies, Honey, and this is my van life. So I've always wanted to make a my van life video, so regardless if this gets views or not, it's cool. But I'm gonna kind of break it down. So why I started van life, I mean, truly ever since I've been a kid, I've always been a wanderer. And I say I'm a wanderer because, even when my mom would say when I was younger I was never home, I'd always love to be at other people's houses, out riding my skateboard, my scooter, whatever it is. So I've kind of just been adapted to being all over the place. As a kid we moved around a lot, so I never had an adaptation to a home. Me personally, I don't catch feelings or I don't know what you say. I just don't care to be in one place for a long time. So van life always has fit into my idea. And I actually tried initially van life about 2 years ago. I went on auction and I bought a $300 Chevy G20 van in New Mexico, drove all the way there. I got it. It was running. It had all this nasty stuff in it. Anyways, threw all that stuff away, tried to drive it home, and the transmission went out. So I left it on the side of the road. Never went back for it. The second time, I flew all the way to a place in Washington called Olympia for this beautiful third-gen Econoline, kind of like the one I have now. But I think that one was like a club wagon. Loved it, man. It was beautiful. Made 7 of the 20 hours, and it overheated and blew up pretty much, and I had to leave it in Mount Shasta at a mechanic. Never went back for it. So 2 vans that I gave up that kind of postponed my van life, So pretty much Zoom now. Oh, actually, and I had another third-gen Econoline right before this one that I got from a dude in northern Arizona for $300. It literally was just sitting outside his house. Told me it ran before he parked it. It just needed a battery. Put a battery in it. Boom. And so pretty much the story on this one, though. This one was sitting in a lot similar like the other one. I left a note on the guy's doorstep. I told him I'm really interested in the van. 2 weeks go by. He never hits me up. So Honey, come here. Sorry, guys. He never hits me up, so I had the idea that maybe he's just never gonna see it. 2 weeks later, I get a message, and a call saying, he's interested in selling it. La da da. We set up a deal, and boom, I get my Monroe. But I feel like I didn't choose van life. Truly, I feel like van life chose me. And I know it sounds cliche, but regardless of what I did in life, no matter how good I was doing, if I had a lot of money, if I was down, if I was homeless, if I was living in a big ass house, I always wanted, or I always had the desire to live in a van, So, and a lot of my friends thought I was crazy. They still do think I'm crazy, but I don't care. I really love this lifestyle, and I feel like there's not many things as close to this type of freedom, and later in the video I'll kind of dig deeper into what I mean by that. But van life is 100% the freest thing you could do. For especially me, I'm 22 years old. I really just want to get around the world. I'm an action sports guy. I ride scooters, bikes, skateboards, motorcycles, everything I can do. So for me, another push for me is, I love to ride my scooter and skateboard. There's so many skateboards around the world. Do you understand? For me, it's for a skateboarder, a scooter rider, a biker, those are amusement parks. Yeah, they're amusement parks. So I love to ride. It just, all in one, I'm a wanderer, right? But also, my mom used to say one thing: if there's a will, there's a way. So how I interpret that is I always have a will, so therefore there's always a way. So I know a lot of you guys are coming to this video strictly for probably what I captioned it, is how to get a van was $0 right now and make it cheap. You know, for me, I think, a disclaimer, I think very outside of the box, right? I don't have an orthodox mindset. I do things how I do them because I know I'm capable of making it happen, right? And I'm a by any means type of man, right? So I'm not gonna say I wanna live and not go live. If I say I wanna go have fun, I'm gonna go have fun by any means. You know, so how I did it, one way, is go around your city, you know, or cities around you, just driving around, looking for vans sitting in people's front yards that look like they're not driving. Even if they're broke down or they're not, it doesn't matter. You never know. It could be something as simple as a battery. It needs their fuel pump, fuel lines, all the stuff cleaned out, new gas tank. With these old vans, I'm coming to learn, because I'm not super savvy, but I'm coming to learn, you know, that there's really not much to it, especially because they're carbureted V8s. You know, parts are plentiful, and working on them is really like building blocks. So finding them and fixing one, don't be so scared to do it, because I promise you, like, I'm mechanically inclined because I chose to be. I love to work on stuff, but I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing here, right? I've only worked on German cars. So this is a whole new ball game to me. But the biggest thing that I'm going to tell you guys is, instead of just worrying about how you're going to do it, just do it and worry about how you're going to do it after you've done it, right? Instead of worrying about how you're going to start, because starting is always the scariest part, but starting is the biggest part to your dreams. You never start, you never see, right? So that's one way, driving around, offering people really lowball offers, you know, or maybe they're willing to barter for something that you have. You never know. How I figure it, you really don't know until you ask. And if you come across 10 vans and you leave a message or a note for all 10 of those vans, I guarantee you 3 of them, 4 of them will call you back. 3 of them, 4 of them will be willing to work out a deal, especially if it's just taking up space. You know, like, nobody wants a car that's taking up space, and one man's trash is another man's treasure. So that's my treasure, you know. Number 2, this is like one of those unorthodox, unconventional things. Now, I am not telling you guys this is one of the best ways to do it, but I'm telling you, it will work. Now, don't get mad at me. 2, you can get a loan, right? Small loan from a bank or wherever you choose. Now, I have shitty credit. I can't afford a conventional loan. Not even that. They wouldn't even approve me for a conventional loan. So I wouldn't even attempt that. So when I say unorthodox, like how I come up with this, right? So you can go to a bank, get a loan for $3,000, right? Conventionally. Easy. You're going to pay it. You already know you got to pay payments. You already know that you're in debt regardless. For me, I don't know if it's in every place, but this is something I did. There's a place called Conn's Home Plus, right? You can get a bunch of home furniture, computers, gaming, all this stuff for a good price, right? So they pretty much guarantee approve you for $3,000, right? So how I did it, not the smartest thing, but I did it because it made my dream happen, right? I got a computer, I got an Xbox, I got earphones, a bunch of stuff that added up to $3,000, right? Then I got them, I financed them. Then I went and sold all the stuff that I just financed. Now bear with me. Sold all the stuff that I financed, accumulated that money that I spent, and I was able to use that money to get a van or get stuff for my van as if I had a loan. Except it's not going and asking the bank for money. You already guaranteed approval for all this furniture and stuff. You go sell the furniture, you're already in debt regardless. You still got to pay off the $3,000. Your payment's like $40, $50 a month. Boom. You're paying $50 a month for your new van, right? Unorthodox. Not the way that everybody would do it. But when you're one of those people like me and you want to do something, and when you say you're going to do it, you're going to do it. It's by any means, right? And that loan is going to be paid off as long as you stick to what you're supposed to do. So keep that in mind. Third way to get a van, and I kind of already touched on it earlier. Go trade your stuff. Sell your stuff to get a van. Or, for me, like, I don't know, man. Like, I get really into this stuff because, like I said, when I want to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to tell myself I'm going to do it. 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 I'm on that. But also, like, the third way is, yeah, you're going to have to work a little. Find somebody that is willing to let you pay payments, or not payments, but find someone that's willing to let you put a lump sum of money down, like $1,000. Say they want $1,500, $2,000 for the van. You give them $1,000 now. You work another week or two. You bring them back another $1,000. The price, the dollar amount can change, whatever it is, but either way, that is definitely a good way to get you a van within the next month or two, as long as you stick to your hustle, you stick to your word, you put that little bit of money down. He can, obviously, like, he's happy, he knows he's going to sell it, and he gets a little money in his pocket, and you're for sure going to get it. Make sure you write, like, a little bill of sale contract thing, just to make sure your guys' word is whatever. Get it notarized if you have to, and boom. And those are, like, to me, I think, like, the most liable ways to get a van cheaply. Get a van cheaply without having the money for it, because I don't come from money. Now, I emphasis, because I know there's gonna be people, oh my god, like, this fucking nigga. No, I was broke. I am still not rich, but I'm not broke because I'm tired of being broke. Just because I live in a van doesn't mean I'm a broke dude that sleeps down by the river. No, I get stuff done, I live for free, and I get to explore. Why would you not want to do that, right? And I get to bring my dogs everywhere I go, and they love this life. That's also another thing. A lot of people say, like, oh my god, like, why would you put your dogs? My dogs get to have more fun now than they ever had when I lived in a 4-bedroom house and when I lived in an apartment. So anybody saying that van life, like, takes away from even your kid's life or your dog's life or your life, they're oblivious because they're stuck in this matrix. So I've learned that I don't take advice from people that obviously don't bring the results that I'm looking for, correct? So if I want to live in a van, but I know my homie loves to go buy a bunch of stuff and ball out, and, he's obviously not like me, so I'm not worried, and I'm not comparing myself to nobody, right? So, just like a little thing, I'm an advocate for making it happen and figuring it out. So I'm going to build out my van. I'm going to do the floor. I'm going to get a max air fan. I'm going to get a diesel heater for my heating and all that stuff. But right now, I'm not too stressed on, like, having the extravagant. This van came beautiful when I bought it. Like, I don't know if you guys could see. This is like, I don't know, like a brown suede roof, right? And it's all just really nice. It's really nice. It's got, different seats than you usually get, And I got the little lights up. I was explaining in a video earlier that I got this little headlamp thing. Took the little strap off. You could honestly put, like, Velcro to the back of this too, or, like, something to stick it, but mine just has this little thing here. Put it right there, and I got a light at night. It already came with, like, literally this van came with more ashtrays than I could ask for, but since I'm a stoner, it works out great. My van is an 84 Ford Econoline with a 30250 and the AOD automatic transmission. A lot of people are scared to own something this old, but to me, I'm an old soul. I need to drive something old. So my dogs love it. It works out great. And honestly, like, van life is different. but it's the best thing that I ever did. And I recommend anybody that's looking to do this life to just do it and figure it out later on whether you like it or not. Because honestly, like, mental health doesn't have a pause time, so if you need it, you need it. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you do, you know, I'll make some more. If not, well, you guys will still see my journey. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I gave you guys some good pointers. Say bye to my baby girl, Honey. And we'll catch you guys next time.